So you might not know this, but the earth, it's a testing field. It's a biological testing field for souls. It's Earth is the greatest show on turf, as they say. When it comes to football, it's the greatest game. It's the greatest show on turf in the age-long battle between souls and spirits. See, a lot of people think that we're all souls or we're all spirits. No, we're not alike. This is you're living in a dualistic plane of existence. Duality, is the name of the game. Just like you got black and white, you got souls and spirits, right? That's what it all boils down to. And it's supposed to be a third dimensional plane, but to me, it's kind of coming across as a first and second dimensional plane by the behavior that I see of the people and the type of things that are going on. So Earth is this biological testing field for the souls to come and get tested and to come out and to move forward if you can make it out. If you don't make it out, then you got to do it all over again. And the spirits are on the other team. They're here to keep you here. They're here to make sure that you don't cross the goal line and get out of, and move on to your next level of evolution. That's what this is. As black people back in the day, in the 70s, we were known as soul people, soul brothers and soul sisters, because we're on Team Soul. We had our own culture, we had our own hairstyle, we had our own look, we had our own slang. We don't have that anymore. Our culture was so strong back then that even white folk were wearing afros. You see white guys with the shirt open and the chain and the afro and the glasses, the tinted glasses. That was us. And somehow or another, the soul people traded in their soul for spirit. Now everybody's spiritual. That old Negro spiritual. Now everybody wants to be spirit, spiritual. When we were never spirits, we're souls. And that's what this proving ground is. And I think when you look at some of these old parables, from the Bible, a lot of the old doctrines, it's telling you that. It's the struggle of the soul to make it through this plane, and you're going to be persecuted. You're going to be prosecuted. You're going to be, stoned. There's going to be a whole lot of chaos and confusion. And the path is narrow for the soul to be able to make it through this plane. And I think that a lot of the souls think that they're spirits and they haven't been woken up yet, right? And the spirits have even contracted out souls to keep other souls here, to keep the wool pulled over your eyes. And they're doing it for a few shackles of silver, right? And so you may see these things happening around you. You may see disease and pestilence. You may see war, hear wars and rumors of wars, the city is burning, racism. All these things are just distractions for the souls. They got to keep something going on. It's theater. Not saying it's not real, because it is real. You can die, so-called die. You can die. But the object of the game is to get you to come back. The object of the game is to stop you from crossing the goal line as a soul, as soul people. And because this is not our home. So a lot of people think this is my land, this is your land. This is not your land. The only land that you have, the only home that you have, your land, is where your 2 feet are standing right now, wherever you are. Wherever you land, wherever your feet, that right there is your square. That's your land. And wherever you move, that's where you are. So There's no need of us as souls to be out here fighting over land, fighting over these minuscule things, man. These shenanigans, things that are only designed to keep you here. That's what you got. It might take some time to realize that, but the path is narrow, like I said. You know, the path is narrow. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. I just came up here to pick up some stuff. For some reason, my mic is not working. And, I'm just kind of, outside of my square right now. I need to get back into my square and get back focused because, this electronics kind of got me tripping on the reason why it's not working. It doesn't make any sense to me. Technology don't lie, right? If I plug if yesterday I plugged the mic in, and it worked, then today it should work if I haven't done any configurations with my phone. So technology don't lie, and I got to figure out what happened. Like, why all of a sudden my external mic is not working. And so I had to do some troubleshooting with that. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that at you, that no matter what you see, what you hear, whatever's going on around you, it's a distraction for the souls by the spirits to distract us, to get us off our square, get us out of our square, get us out of our circumference, and to hinder us from moving forward in our task, as souls on this planet, to be tested, to come out of this, because you got to get tested. For anything you want to do, anything that's worthwhile, you got to be tested. And once you're tested, if you pass the test, then you could come out of that. The only way that as souls that we're going to be able to come out of this realm, this third dimensional realm, this third degree realm, first, second, and third degree, they all stacked on top of one another. You got first, second, and third dimensional beings right here stacked on top of one another. First dimensional beings, all they do is care about themselves. They don't care about others. That's a first dimensional being. They can only see things through one eye, through the self. You got second dimensional beings. It's either this or that. There's nothing else out of that. It's either up or it's down, it's right or left, it's off, it's on. That's second dimensional. You can't see anything. And in the third dimension, you start to get outside of yourself. You start to get outside of whether things are right or left. You begin to see that there's something outside of right and left. You start to use more of your other senses. In the third degree, is magic. 3 is the magic number, where you start to get more of a better understanding. You should be getting a better understanding of where you are on this plane of existence. It's not about you anymore. You know what I mean? It's not so much about the other person either. You know what I mean? It's about a higher intelligence, but it's still a lower dimension, a lower plane. And then your fourth dimension is anything outside of that. So, as they say, people, places, and things. That's your first, second, and third dimension. People, places, and things. Everything it's either about a person. It's all about people. He did this, she did that. Gossip. All that you see on TV is about people. Or it's about places, where you're going, where you would like to go. That place over there, this place over here. You know what I'm saying? Or it's about things, what you have, what you own, my possessions. I'm driving a Lexbo. I live in a big house. I don't have this thing. I want that thing. Those are all first. That's first, second, and third. That's the dimension that we're in. First, second, and third dimension. You put them together. That's all that we have. That's what we're working at. When you start to realize, come to a realization outside of people, places, and things, then that's when you start to get into your fourth dimension. Right? That's your fourth dimension. Right? And that'll be revealed to you. That's not something that's going to be revealed to you through man and through spirits that are out here on this planet. that's in control of the planet right now. You know what I'm saying? Putting these people, making life about places, making life about things. That's man. That's those are the humans. The humans are doing that. You see, those are the humans that are doing that in their, overall goal to keep us here. You see what I'm saying? So you can't be amazed by disease. Disease has always been here. Viruses have always been on this planet. That's what this planet is filled with, all different types of viruses in this ecosystem. It's not something that's new. You know, they just spinning it back again for you. You know, they just looping that back around. You know, wars. Man have been fighting wars. That's not something new. War. Even if you take everything away right now and man goes back to his caveman state, humans return back to his caveman state, to where they don't have any knowledge, they're gonna still be fighting with sticks and stones, and they're gonna break your bones. It's nothing new. You know, a white cop kills a black man. Nothing new. You know, I'm not making light of it, but I'm just telling you that the where you are. And that these are the things that happen. Earthquakes, floods, storms, violent storms. That's going on Jupiter right now. The Earth has always been a flooded plain. You're surrounded by water. These are the changes. You live on a planet, right? And so these type of energies the spirits are using against you to captivate you and to captivate your mind, to stop you from moving forward into the future, back to your real home, back to our ascendants, back to where the ascendants are. We're the descendants. So you going back trying to, learn from the descendants from back in the day. They've already ascended. We're trying to ascend now. We're trying to receive interdimensional information from the ascendants, not go back and read old information and old doctrines from the descendants. They've already moved on. They've already passed their tests, or some of them are right here with you today because they didn't wake up. They didn't realize what the game was, right? And so, yeah, some of this is going to sound crazy. Like, I don't really do lives like that. That's why some of my words are jumbled and things of that nature. I might not be coming through clear to some people. I don't do lives like this. I'm going to get better at it, but I do have a lot of information to give. And, I just got to get used to putting that information out there through the machine, So that's it. I just wanted to run that past you. I got to run in here and get some stuff, man. All right? Get off this horn. Later.